Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Yeah. Welcome to stream number 6. You know, and yeah, the Writertown Junction Station reading hall for sure. Hopefully Grayson can be popping in later in the stream. We're hoping, sort of. We totally are. Yeah, so this is actually going to be quite a fun party feeling stream. But I'm also planning 2 short sprints, or 2 15-minute sprints, actually. So, I think it should work out pretty good. If you're on a roll totally with the writing, feel free to sort of just mute us and kind of keep going as you like, totally. But also, I guess if you feel like you've been at it for a while now and you'd like to have a bit of a break or, have some fun with us, you can do that too and hang out with us. Totally. My lovely guest hosts are Laura and Heather and Caitlin and Porscha and Grayson. How are you all doing? Anything you want to say or plug or anything like that? Or if you want to say maybe how your write-a-thon's been going so far?
My write-a-thon's been going pretty good. I am over 1,000 words into a short story about dreaming, that it was all just a dream,
right.
But it's actually creepy. So, yeah, that's been going great.
Cool.
How about you, Heather?
Oh, sorry. I'm doing okay. I'm waking up a little bit right now. Today I haven't really gotten much done other than like house stuff, so it hasn't been that interesting on my end.
Yeah. Saturday, that's the chores day, right? Sorry, Caitlin?
I'm not doing anything for the write-a-thon, really. I'm just working on reading Mockingjay, or rereading it, I should say.
Oh.
Just because my new project is it's about a revolution, and this is the most successful series about a revolution in recent media. So I figured while I'm doing the world building and prep, I should see how it was done well here, and then
that makes sense. Yeah.
You
look like you have a snazzy looking edition of the book there too. It looks quite
it's just shiny,
glossy, or shiny, or shimmery.
It's a hardcover.
Nice. Yeah. Porscha, did you want to chime in also on how your write-a-thon was going?
Yeah, the write-a-thon is going great for me. I have been in every single stream so far, so I will probably make it the entire 24 hours at this point because I've been in every single one so far. Got some notes done for some poetry and have some poetry books I'm going to read. So this one I found in my stash, and this is actually signed and dedicated to my grandmother. So I found this in her stuff. So
Oh,
Cool.
nice. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I've been kind of unfortunately like popping in and out of the write-a-thon as I've been doing things over the day, and I've been doing the chores and the meals and stuff like that. I just took a shower. That took some time out of the thing, but yeah, I've been trying to at least watch as much as I can, and yeah, it's okay. Kind of the usual thing. Yeah. Why don't we say hi to the peeps? Let me just scroll up to the top of the chat thingy thing. Lee, I'm hitting the like button before heading to bed. Oh, okay. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. And Jocelyn's here. Hi, Jocelyn. How are you? And Nicole, of course. Yeah. Let's get those words, although in my case it would be laundry done. Totally valid. And Kira's here. Hi, Kira. What's up? And Amanda. Hi. Hi, Amanda. Hi, thank you for running these streams. I'm working on the last chapter of my novel, and I'm staying up until I finish it. This is exciting. This is exciting. You'll have to, keep us posted, at least as you like. Totally. Let me see here. Christian's here. Hi. And Adam's also here. Hi, Adam. How are you? Laura, this is for you with love from Nicole.
Joke's on you. I'm on this one and the next one. And then bed.
Oh dear. Oh my. That's awesome though. Just a sec here, actually.
We have been graced.
Grayson, hi, how are you?
Hi.
We are just going through the chat and stuff, the comments, the highs. How are you doing, Grayson?
Pretty good. I just woke up at a good 3-hour nap.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Very good. Yeah. Let me see here. Kira, I did no writing, just running errands all day. Totally valid. That's total productivity right there. Let me see here. Zara. Hi, Zara. How are you? I've also surprisingly been at every stream so far, but I did nap during some parts, and I will not be pulling an all-nighter.
Come on, you're so close. You're so close.
Yeah, Zara, you're almost halfway there, right? And Jocelyn, I haven't read The Mockingjay so far. The movie was beyond awesome to me. This is for you, Caitlin. And Grayson, this is for you with love from Nicole. Yeah. And look at this here. Woot, woot. And we seem to have a Sid in the chat. Hi, Sid. How are you, buddy? Yeah.
I do.
And this is for you.
In chaos. I'm not joking. I literally woke up humming the theme song of Highlander.
Oh, I don't know that one. I will say.
I think it's a song by Queen called "Princess of the Universe," and the show's from like the early '90s. But for some reason, I kept thinking of Highlander, so I had to do a list. And they're like, "You chose chaos." I did.
Oh,
but it's
okay.
good chaos.
Cool. Let me just see here. Zara also recovering from surgery, so gonna be a no.
in that case, disregard. And look, if I would have known that, I would have sent you to bed like 4 streams ago. Bye.
Yeah, Zara, do what you feel like doing and listen to your body and everything like that. Totally. And Kira, this is for you with love from Sid, indeed. Sid and Kira, all right, with pride.
Oh, they're going through my intro. Okay, yeah, I know what you mean there. Nicole, I have church in the morning. I can't be pulling an all-nighter, although I will be cutting it close.
But hear me out,
You
though.
got this.
But hear me out, though. That could be your testimony when you get to church and you've been up all night. It's like, God kept me up all night and I'm here for him. Like, just think about it. Consider it.
Church is at
Too
10
funny.
tomorrow morning, so.
And Sid, this is for you with love from Porscha. And yay, I'm good. Thank you, Sid. Having a good write-a-thon myself so far. Yeah. Look at this here. And look at this here. Yeah. So, shall we get going with our first part of Sokerber, huh? So yeah, this is a game I made up. It's called Sokerber, and well, I say made up. It's really not made up at all. But it's actually a super simple game. You'll all for sure get the hang of it in no time. But I do have a set of banners, kind of like explaining and everything. So I figure I might as well just kind of wheel my way through them, just to be official at least, and all that. But indeed. So Sokerber is what the game's called. And by the way, Sokerber does stand for Stream of Consciousness, Adventuring by Exciting Relay. Ooh la la. Let me just see here. Okay, so the game will begin with a descriptive banner. This will serve as a starting point for our narrative. Commands will be given to me in turns by the guest hosts, and with each command, I'll propel the story forward. A command can be a basic, you begin walking, or it can add to the story by a little or a lot before concluding in a directed quest. There are 2 important things to remember. This is a stream of consciousness game that doesn't require world building, theme building, planning ahead, or anything rigorous in a literary sense. You can be super creative. As you say, for example, you begin walking towards the person you see not far away. You give a proper command, but also introduce an obvious new development. With all that said, enjoy the game. Woot woot. So yeah, so for this round of the game, I've got a thingy thing. I just need to scroll down. Do bear with me. I just need to scroll down pretty much all the way to the bottom. And so yeah, so this will be our banner premise thing.
Grayson.
And I can see the private chat seems to be hopping already. It's gonna be a long night.
So, Michael, are you the only one writing the story?
Well, I'm the only I'm the sort of storyteller, but we'll all be, uh, creating or writing the story together as we go
Yeah.
along.
But you're
Yeah.
the scribe.
Yeah, I'm basically like the storyteller or the narrator, I guess you could say. But yeah. But okay, here's our premise thing. And if you'd like to close your eyes, if that's kind of your thing, by all means. If that's sort of like the way you like to do these kind of things. But here we go. You step out of the train station and into the chilly night. The town is quiet, but not silent. To your right and behind you is a faint clanging sound that seems to be coming from the rail yard. During the day, you noticed that from this area of the platform, you could see north along the Jexi line for several miles, but now there's a deep darkness in that direction. The stars are out and brilliant. As you turn left to face Writertown Junction to your south, you see a man walking along First Street as he passes through the light of a street lamp. And that's it. That's our premise. And of course, we've got officially the map also of Writertown Junction. Do feel free. Do feel free to pull that up if you like. Also, but so, yeah. So, Laura, would you like to start us off and give a sort of first command?
So, would I say, in the glint of the streetlight, you see the man is actually carrying a scythe?
Okay, yeah, you could totally say that. Go a little more. You could go a little less. Also, it's all.
Grayson, what was that about fleeing?
The private chat now is up to. Oh dear.
Okay. So.
Okay.
In the man's hand, you see the glint of a scythe in the lamplight. The dust. Let's see.
Okay.
The rocks in your boots are impeding you from making a speedy getaway.
Okay. So I can take it from there. Totally. You think to yourself, oh, these gosh darned stones in my boots. But then you realize that sharp and deadly as this obvious scythe looks, you realize that this man actually isn't pursuing you or anything like that, and he kind of doesn't even see you, it seems. So you think, well, maybe I can not panic or anything and just get all the stones out of my boots right now, and you do so. And the man seems to continue on his way along First Street. So perhaps you think to yourself, oh, crisis averted, I think. But maybe we could pass it with that on to Heather. What do you think, Heather?
Okay. You see like 6 chickens in a line and they're just following after each other. And you decide, I wonder where they're going. And then you start following the chickens.
Okay. So you do as such, and the chickens seem to be Wait, chickens? I'm a bit suspicious. I have a memory. I remember. I remember these
For
things.
chickens.
I remember everything. But the chickens seem to be quite content to walk down the Jaxie line southwards. And so as you go ahead and follow the chickens, you, of course, make your way into town. So the light grows with the street lamps around you, and you start to hear voices. You start to hear writers having fun and being productive and talking with each other and stuff like that in the various buildings and locations in the town around you. And yeah, I think that would make it your turn there, Caitlin.
And I guess you follow the chickens to the struggle bus, which is right next to the Writertown Room and Eatery. But the chickens are loading themselves like school children onto the struggle bus, so you have to investigate before you have dinner.
Oh. And I do confess I'm pulling up the map right now. I
have it on my phone.
I'm only
That's genius.
opening the map now, but indeed. Okay, so okay, so you go ahead. A little bit worried that maybe the chickens don't quite know what they're doing or what they're in for, getting themselves into, and all that. You go ahead and board the struggle bus, see what's going on. You see that all of the chickens have, sort of for better or for worse, taken up their seats, actually, in the benches of the bus. You go ahead and turn the lights on in the bus. Of course, as you flip the 3 switches, only 2 lights actually turn on because it is the struggle bus, of course, and the circuitry and everything is not so good. The lights are all busted out.
Hey,
But
I drove that bus.
but the 2 lights that do flicker on dimly do help you to see what's going on in the bus, and you can't seem to see anything amiss or anything. It's just a struggle bus with a bunch of chickens all sitting obediently in all of the bench seats, and they all seem to be kind of looking at you expectantly. And yeah, I think that make it your turn there, Porscha.
Sensing that something is awry, he just walks past a man with a weapon. These are very shifty looking chickens, if they are chickens at all. I suspect some type of hybrid animal. So we loudly clap and stomp to get a reaction. Feathers everywhere, lots of commotion. Why do we realize they're small turkeys?
Yeah. So you do as such, and you wonder why. You are very surprised, actually, and you wonder why you thought they were chickens in the first place. But you kind of shrug it off, and you say to yourself, well, small turkeys, Godspeed. I will let you be for now, and you go ahead and walk through the bus, actually, just to be kind of spontaneous and whatnot, and you exit the bus by way of the back door. And as it so happens, you leave the front door opened, and as you climb out of the bus by the back door, you also leave the back door opened. Just, maybe because you're not paying such close attention. And so, and you also leave the lights on in the struggle bus again, possibly because you're not being so attentive. But now you look towards the eatery, and there's clearly lights on and everything. There's clearly quite a few writers in there right now, having fun and eating and talking and stuff like that. And you can smell the food, actually, from where you are. Not the turkeys, not the food from the eatery, There's like a, easterly breeze. Easterly breeze, not westerly. But yeah, I think that make it your turn there, Grayson. What do you think?
I think with a turkey tucked under our arm, we head into the eatery.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going there, are we?
Last time Porscha had the rotisserie chickens in her pocket, so I think we get the turkey under our arm. So
okay, so wait, I have to make sure I look at the map and I know what's going on. Okay, so you go ahead and do as such, and you cross the Maycomb line and walk into the Writertown room and eatery. You actually go ahead and kind of make a bit of a beeline for the kitchen, and you put the small turkey down, somewhere, and you kind of say, like, here you go. This is Jacob. Please do be good to him. And you then go ahead and go out into the main area of the eatery. And you look around and you see some friends, actually, and some friendly faces among the peeps in the establishment. Yeah. So that would make it your turn, Laura. Let me just make sure I'm caught up on the comments, which I'm not at all, but that's kind of what I'm getting at. I need to definitely make sure I catch up on the comments. Yeah. Jocelyn, let's do it. That's the spirit, Jocelyn. Indeed. And JC has popped in also. Hi, JC. Let me see here. Oh, did the thing jump on me? Yeah, we've got lots of highs going on. Totally. What's this here? And also Ty is in. Hi, Ty. Hi, Cool Gamer. Adam, I will refrain from having a stroke until we reach the midway point. look at this here. And look at this here. Yeah. So what do you say there, Laura?
Are you ready?
I think I'm ready, but
Okay. So you are currently in the Writertown Room and Eatery, and you see friends. You can hear across the road at the sheriff's office a squabble of squawking is going down as the adult-sized turkeys are having a revolution.
oh dear. Okay. Okay. Gosh, let me have a sip of water here. So you think to yourself, with this new thing that you can clearly hear, you think to yourself, oh, well, I'm not all that hungry right now after all. I think I'd like to see what's going on with this. I don't want to miss the action. So you go ahead and pop back out of the room and eatery. And as you look to the north, across the street to the sheriff's office, you see that clearly the sheriff is down on the ground. And you spontaneously shout, "Man down, man down." And the small turkeys are quite having at him. They're not showing any mercy or anything like that. All swarming over him and pecking at him and scratching at him and everything like that. And you wonder to yourself how they got from the struggle bus to the sheriff's office so quickly. You realize they must have left immediately as soon as you turned your back and started across the Macomb line. But you go ahead and cross Writertown Street, and you go to where the sheriff is still lying there helpless, and you hold out your hands and you say, "Hold it there, fellas." To all of the to all of the small turkeys, and they seem to like you and whatnot because they obey you and they stop beating up the sheriff at the sound of your voice, and suddenly they're all looking at you again, quite amicably, or whatever you want to call it. The sheriff goes ahead and now that he's got the chance and the small turkeys are off him and everything, he goes ahead and sits up, and then after that stands up, and he makes sure to pick up his hat, and he puts his hat back on. He realizes that his badge has gone missing, but he finds it on the ground after a few seconds, and he makes sure to pin his badge back on his shirt there. And he says, "Thank you there, stranger. I might not have made it there if you hadn't helped me out. And I think I'll leave it at that and throw it on to Heather." It's been 40 messages since I've checked the private chat. 41 actually. As I say that.
I'm sorry, Michael. I got a little lost towards the end there. What happened? Who did we meet?
Okay. So we basically saved the sheriff. We didn't necessarily save his life, but we at least saved, his embarrassment and.
Are we still outside?
But yeah, we're standing outside, just outside the sheriff's office, actually, in the great outdoors. And yeah, the small turkeys are now well behaved again, and we're kind of addressing the sheriff as he's thanking us for helping him out.
Okay, so at this point, you think everything is calm and dandy, but then all of a sudden you hear a giant swarm, almost like giant flapping of wings, as the small turkeys kind of triple and they join together into the form of a giant man as they tower over you.
Oh, okay. So with this new development, you kind of find yourself dumbfounded. You look to the sheriff, but the sheriff just kind of looks to you, and you kind of just both stand there looking at each other and looking at the small turkey big man, as we'll call it. You notice that the small turkey big man is still, like amicable towards you, but the small turkey big man does not seem to like the sheriff, and the sheriff knows it, and you know it. So the sheriff actually cracks under the tension, if you want to say, and makes a run for it to get back into the office, hoping obviously to make it the short way back into the office and then slam the door so that the small turkey big man can't harm him. Yeah. And so you kind of just watch as this unfolds. And unfortunately for the sheriff, the small turkey big man is quicker than he thinks. And as he tries to close the door, slam the door behind him, he only succeeds in slamming the door behind the small turkey big man. And so the small turkey big man is now inside the office with the sheriff, and you can hear a lot of commotion going on in there. It sounds awful rowdy, but you think, well, hell, that's not my problem, and I've got a manuscript to write and all that. This is it is the Writertown Junction retreat and everything. So you kind of think, you think to yourself, what could I do next, and where could I go, and all of that, and yeah. So Caitlin, I think you're up now, and this isn't me looking at the map again or anything.
So as you are trying to ignore the sheriff's office and all the noises coming from it, all of a sudden there's silence. So you go to investigate what happened, and you enter through the back door. And when you enter, there's no one there except for a goose with razor-sharp teeth somehow in its beak. And you stare at it in shock, because where's the sheriff? And where is this small turkey big man? But it's just
Right.
this goose. So then you shut the door and you think, I'm not going to deal with that. And then you go to the Writertown room and eatery to actually enjoy the meal that you were supposed to earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay? So you maybe what we'll do is we'll go for our first. I'll kind of wrap this up with Caitlin's command, and then we can go for our first 15-minute, sprint, and indeed. But let me see here. Okay, so you think to yourself, man, that was weird. Oh well. I'm a little bit more hungry now, so I'll go get some grub and all that. So you you cross back south across Writertown Street again, and you go back into the room and eatery. You decide to pop back into the kitchen, and you say hi to the chef who you did say hi to earlier. And the chef is quite cross, and you say, "Oh, what's up? What's up? Why are you so cross?" And the chef explains to you that Jacob, the small turkey, seems to have run away out the door. So Jacob, the small turkey, is now AWOL. So you apologize, but you go ahead and you go back into the main room of the eatery, and you see Porscha sitting there with Caitlin and Laura and Heather and Grayson, actually, and they're enjoying some late dinner. And they wave you over, and so you go over to their table to join them, and you pull up a chair and you sit down. And I think we can leave it there for now. And we can do our sprint, and then after our sprint, it'll be your turn there, Porscha. But
Steer us in the right direction.
So why don't I get our timer thingy thing up and ready? Yeah. Good luck, all. Oops. What do I need to do here? And yay, that's the end of our first of 2 sprints. How did you all do?
Good. I got a few words. I'm getting close to the climax of this story.
Oh, you got this. Cool.
I did okay too. I started reading a book that I have to finish for class.
Okay, cool.
I ate some cake and read a couple of pages.
Very nice.
I ate a taco because Caitlin made me hungry.
That's what friends are for, right?
I went and made dinner. Didn't get to eat it, but I did make it. So
What is it though?
Oh,
it's chicken. It's chicken and salad, and I'm like, oh no.
Sure, it's not a small turkey.
it's like the merging of fiction and reality. Yeah. I just took a break and typed in the chat, and I got myself a Coke and chilled a bit. That's about it. Yeah. Nicole, I have one more load of laundry to fold for the day. Oh, cool.
Not me, just remembering
You got
I
this?
have some laundry in the washer. I need to move to the dryer.
You can do that next
Next sprint, yeah.
next sprint, our second sprint. Kira, cleaning kitchen. Okay, you got this. Cool. Yeah, Porscha, it's your turn now.
Okay.
So if you remember and everything,
I
you're at the table and
I do.
all the peeps.
So we come to the table and we start to tell the story about this crazy thing with these chicken resembling turkeys, and they beat up this sheriff and really pecked the heck out of his ankles and really bruised him up and beat him up pretty bad. And then Grayson says, "Oh no, did you walk through the fog?" Like, what fog? Like the smoky fog that was coming from near the train tracks. You didn't walk through that, did you? It's a hallucinant fog because there's something burning from the next town over. Be like, did you walk through it? Yes, this is the direction I came from. I was coming here to eat, and we walked through this fog, and it's a thing. So at that moment, our head is spinning, so we sit down. We're like, oh, my head. Can somebody bring me some water? And the iced coffee with a little bit of rum.
Okay. So someone, Caitlin, quickly gets up and fixes you this beverage and brings it over to the table for you, because that's what friends are for. And you quickly down half of the glass in one go. And so then you suddenly down the second half, and then you say to all the peeps at the table, "I've got to go. I feel like I need to be somewhere else in the town right now with all the goings on and stuff." And everyone's confused and they're concerned about your state of mind and everything like that. But before they can say anything else, you storm out of the side door of the eatery. And now you are back out into the fresh, chilly night. And you start to stumble your way along Writertown Street towards the big library. Ooh la la. So, Grayson, I think that would make it your turn.
So I think we're gonna head our way into the library to start to ask questions about this fog, where when we turn and at the window we see our small turkey big man kind of standing there looking at us.
Wait, so the small turkey big man is now inside the library? Is
Outside looking in like a creeper.
Oh, okay. So I just thought I would make sure I understood the instruction, But so indeed, as such, you suddenly realize that this is indeed the small turkey big man, and for whatever reason, you go ahead and you walk closer. And the small turkey big man turns to you, and you then notice that he is wearing the sheriff's hat now, and he's got the sheriff's badge pinned to his sort of chest. And you think to yourself, man, that's not good news for the sheriff. And so you go ahead and you try and talk to the small turkey big man, and you say, hey there, big fella, are you the sheriff in this town here now? And the small turkey big man amazingly does answer you. And he says, by way of the turkey at the top in the head position or whatever, he says, well, yes, I am the sheriff now in this lovely small writing town. Can I help you with anything? Do you need any directions or anything like that? I'm at your service. And so you open your mouth to speak. But I think at this point it would be Laura's turn. What might we say or do or anything to with the sheriff now?
You open your mouth and out pops a feather.
Is that it?
You are transforming yourself into a bird, a magnificent bird. An albatross.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay, so as you start to look at your great big wings that seem to be forming, you think to yourself, man, I think I walked through some more of that fog deal back there. Because it's kind of getting worse for me. And the small turkey big man kind of, gives you some he gives you kind of like a finger gun, and he kind of says like, right, right. And, you kind of agree that it's a weird night and all that. But basically, you let the small turkey big man sheriff know that you're good, and he can kind of mosey on and continue his patrol of the town for the night. And so he kind of tips his hat to you and continues east down Writertown Street, or Writertown Street, yeah. And you yourself kind of look into the library a bit, kind of like the small turkey big man sheriff was doing just a moment ago. But the library has actually closed now for the night. And, there's lights on and stuff like that, but only dimly. And, there's no one inside as far as you can see. It's just kind of some dim lighting. And so you think to yourself, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and walk over to Darlington Street. And so that's what you do. You walk over to Darlington Street and you turn right to head south. And the Small Turkey Big Man Sheriff, by the way, turned left to go north. So, yeah. Now you're heading down Darlington Street, and I think we can go ahead and pass it to you, Heather. What do you think, Heather?
I'm not even sure what to say right now. Sorry, hold on.
So we're walking south now down Darlington Street, away from Writertown Street.
Okay, so we're Turkey ourselves now, right? I think that's what we established.
We're an albatross.
We're an albatross, right?
Right.
All right, so so we're walking down and we're in albatross, and we see two little mice come up to us, and they decide to ask for our help because they need to save an eagle that is now trapped.
I love that movie.
And being held down because of a poacher. And they have requested us to help.
Oh, okay.
Classic.
So you find yourself blurting out, this might be the job for the sheriff in town. But the mice quickly squeak to you, oh, there's no time. You must come now. So you comply, and you run after them as they scurry down Darlington Street towards the old Darlington Mansion at 3rd Street in Darlington. And there in the grass, you see the trapped eagle. And suddenly you look at your wings. They aren't wings anymore. They are now human arms again.
They're
and
tentacles.
so, they're tentacles actually. You blink your eyes and you realize that they are indeed tentacles, but they're dexterous tentacles. And so with your dexterous tentacles, you open up the cage and you let the eagle free, and it goes ahead and flies away into the dark night. And the mice thank you, and they kind of scurry away into the weeds. So I think we can go ahead and let Caitlin have a turn, and then we can probably do our second and final sprint also at that point. But Caitlin, would you like to take it away?
Okay, so After the mice scurry away, we go down 3rd Street to the Writertown Dance Hall. Keep in mind, we still have tentacles for arms. And so you're walking, and when you hear music from the dance hall, it's very like warped. It sounds like 1920s, 1930s, like ballroom music, but it's warped. So you're like, what's going on? So you go up to the window, and when you peer inside, there are dancers inside. But all of the dancers are clones of the small turkey big man, and they're dancing together in sets of couples. And there's just like 30 sets of couples of all clones of small turkey big man. But you look and you're sad because you cannot join any of them, because you can't perform the moves properly, because you have tentacles for arms. And that's where I'm going to leave it before the sprint.
Okay. Okay. So I guess when we get back from the sprint, I can kind of fill that in, and then we can move on to Porscha and so on. Yeah. If that sounds good. But yeah, indeed. So why don't I do the thingy thing and all that? Yeah, good luck all. And yay, that's the end of our second of 2 sprints. How'd you all do?
Good. I reached the end of the story, and now I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to finish the very end. Like, I have the ending line, but now I'm going back a couple paragraphs. Like, I have one main character, but both she and the boyfriend die, and so it's like, do I want to bring him into this dream realm too? Can she see him in the same dream realm, or they're in their own separate dream realms? How is this working? So yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, you can let your subconscious mind work on it. At least for a bit. At least for a round of Sokaper, I'm sure you'll figure it out. Yeah, cool.
I just did some more reading.
Cool.
How dare you in the reading hall?
I also read, and I put the load of laundry I had in the washer in the dryer.
Score.
That's productivity.
Yeah.
Yep. Flipped through a book myself. It's a really great book of poetry, by the way.
Oh. Cool.
It's 400 Years of Nature Poetry.
Yeah.
And by Camille Dungy. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. Like Nature, 4 Centuries of African American Nature Poetry. It's amazing. So you can see I have a ton of bookmarks.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Nice.
I ate dinner and then had to explain the history of why there's chickens and turkeys going crazy on stream. My partner's on the other side of this wall, so she's hearing this conversation. And she's been real quiet at one point, but once I was eating and I had the mic off, she was like, "Tentacles!" I'm like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, he'll see you to the bar.
Oh, hi. How are you?
She got so quiet, so I kept forgetting that, oh yeah, she's actually hearing this. So she's like, "Tentacles." I'm like, "Oh no." Like, that's Laura's fault, but also this is Porscha's fault for the rotisserie chickens. And she's like, "What does that mean?" So Porscha smuggling rotisserie chickens and so
Yeah.
that was my break.
That's awesome. Believe it or not, I actually spent basically that entire sprint just catching up on the private chat. There was that much going on in there. I don't know how many hundreds of words or thousands, but yeah, I did get through it. Let me just see here. Nicole finished the laundry and currently taking care of end of shift duties. Okay. Cool. Look at this here. Okay, so I was thinking a little bit about what to say and all that. Actually, was it? So it was you, Caitlin, who... Yeah, okay. So you think to yourself, man, it would be, nice to participate in the dancing and everything. But on second thought, you look into the window and you kind of think, it looks kind of stuffy in there and noisy, and you like the nice fresh air of the evening. It's there's nothing, you do like it, so you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll just stay out here after all with my tentacle arms and everything, for how dexterous they might be. You're feeling a little bit down on yourself, of course, for no reason at all, as it's not justified or anything. But you continue west along 3rd Street, and you actually pass Junction Street, and you pass the train tracks also. And just as you walk a little bit past the train tracks, you see a figure up ahead a little bit. And this figure is walking towards you, so walking east along 3rd Street. And, the gap quickly closes because of how you're walking towards each other. And you see that it is actually a female. And this female introduces herself as the sheriff's deputy. And she says, good evening there. And you say, good evening. And you talk a little bit, chat a little bit, and she asks you, with a bit of a serious tone, if you've by any chance seen her sheriff around. She's actually been looking for her boss, her sheriff. And so, in terms of what you might respond or whatever, we'll throw it to Porscha at this point.
So I say, yes, I've seen your sheriff. It's bad news, real bad news, that you might not really believe, but be like, before I break the bad news, be like, there's just something I have to do. See, I just came from the dance hall, but it was really stuffy, and I got to get this dance out, man. So I've had the Humpty dance stuck in my head the whole time that we've been walking around. So I start to flail my tentacles in my best Humpty dance that I can do. Be like, because I have to give you the good news before I break it to you what happened to your sheriff. So if you'll indulge me, Humpty dance with me a little bit, sheriff's deputy. Like, yeah, that's it. Get into it. Yeah. Fun. Like...
Okay. So the sheriff's deputy kind of looks at you very seriously, but weighing the options a little bit, she sees this as the sort of means to the ends, so to speak. So she, kind of like, you do something for me, I do something for you, blah, blah, blah. And so she agrees to the dance, and the two of you start to dance, and actually it is apparent in very little time that there is some serious chemistry going on between the two of you. And suddenly thoughts of, small turkey, big man sheriffs are quickly lost or dissolved or whatever. And you dance, and you can hear the music from the dance hall. So it's not like you're just imagining and dancing and stuff. You're dancing to the music just outside. And after the song, and this is actually the third song, but after the third song ends, you sort of disengage. And there's definitely chemistry going on there. And so you disengage, but you're looking at each other you're making eye contact with each other. And I think I'll throw it at this point to you there, Grayson. Grayson shaking your head.
I think I think because we're feeling this chemistry and we're looking each other in each other's eyes, and she's ignoring the tentacles. I think she pulls out a box and goes, "Will you accept this?" And when you open the box, it's a beating heart with a tiny tentacle wrapped around it.
A beating heart with a tiny tentacle wrapped around it. Okay. So you okay? So you have also, by the way, learned that this sheriff's deputy's name is
Squidwardette.
indeed. Sorry.
Squidwardette.
Squidwardette. And Squidwardette, as she offers you this gift, happens to do so on one knee. And so you say yes, and you go ahead and you accept the gift of the small beating heart with the tentacle wrapped around it. And Squidwardette is overjoyed that you've said yes, so to speak. And just at that moment, actually, you hear a sound and you look up the tracks and you see that there is a train coming down the tracks at a alarmingly, full head of steam. And so I think we kind of started with Laura. I think we can kind of finish with Laura. It might be fitting. And so maybe Laura, would you like to give it one last go there? And then we could, this would be kind of it. This would be the wrap up of the game.
Do we want to go down in a blaze of glory?
It's all up to you there, Laura.
Okay. The steam of the engine envelops the rest of the train transforming with tentacles sprouting along each carriage. This is Cthulhu's train. It has come to take you to Royea under the sea, where you may sleep with Cthulhu with the fishes.
Okay. So you think to yourself, this train is coming so quickly down, so rapidly down the tracks, there's no way it could possibly stop. But somehow it does manage to stop kind of right where you are even, or maybe a little bit past where you are. But as you're standing right by the tracks there, with Squidwardette, yeah. You as you're right there by the tracks, you can just hop right onto the train actually. So you ask Squidwardette if she would like to hop on with you. And she says yes. And so the two of you hop on into the train. There is a conductor there.
His name is Lovecraft.
There's a conductor there who has a name tag that says Lovecraft on his shirt. And, he seems like a really good-natured guy, and he just kind of waves you off. He's like, oh, you don't need tickets or anything like that. Just hop on in and take a seat and get comfortable and everything. And there's even someone who's coming along down the aisle with a what do you call it? Kind of like a trolley, not trolley, like a refreshments cart, And there's alcoholic beverages and everything available from this cart. Everything's totally free of charge, and so you kind of have at it at whatever it is that you want to drink. And there's things to eat as well from this cart. And the train is actually the whistle blows, and so that signals that the train is about to leave. But at the last second, actually, the small turkey big man sheriff says, hold it, hold it, hold it, and all of that, and decides to hop in as well, and takes a seat opposite of you. And you say, hi there, Sheriff. He says hi back and everything. And so the train then sets off again, heading off down the tracks, southwards and everything. And you live happily ever after, I guess. The end. Wait, I think I have a banner thing. Yep. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it?
Little did you know, the three on the train are in a love triangle now. It's going to become a polyamorous relationship.
Yeah. But I think we'd better, call it a stream at that. With how it's actually Grayson's stream at the top of the hour. But yeah, we've gotten in our 2 sprints and our game of Sokaber totally in 3 rounds. But yeah, we can go ahead and call it a stream at that. My lovely guest hosts, again, of course, have totally been Laura and Heather and Caitlin and Porscha and Grayson. And I've got all their links in the description. But yeah.
I guess my story.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Oh, awesome. Yay, good job. Good job. That's great. That's great, Laura. That's like at least as good as like the icing on the cake, right?
All the icing.
Well, on that happy note, thanks, bundles and punches. Onward.